Professional football and baseball player Bo Jackson once said, "Set your goals high and don't stop till you get there." Now you may be asking yourself, what exactly does that have to do with 4-H? Isn't this a 4-H speech? Well, your answer is simply 4-H does exactly what the quote states. 4-H challenges youth through many clubs and programs that not only allow them to learn more about themselves, but also learn that they can achieve whatever they set their mind to, or in other words, their goal. 4-H allows youth to see that even as kids, they can change the world and that their actions and opinions really do matter. When faced with a difficult task, the initial thoughts of a kid are, "I can't do this," or "It's too hard." 4-H helps them to see that with lots of practice and a positive attitude, you can and will get better. This helps them to develop those necessary characteristics of perseverance and courage that we need for everyday life and tasks. For example, my older sister absolutely hated public speaking as a kid. However, when 4-H speech time rolled around, her teachers made it a requirement to participate. But as she got older, she kind of built up an immunity to that fear. She noticed there was nothing to be afraid of and that she could do it with lots of practice. Now, she has just completed a college-level speech course and did great. 4-H helped her build up that perseverance and courage that we need for everyday life and tasks. 4-H has also helped me better learn how to persevere and how to believe in myself. I've participated in the 4-H archery program for about 4 years now, and I'm going to be honest, I was terrible at first. I would miss the target like half my shots. I could barely pull back a bowstring. But every time I wanted to quit and go cry, one of my coaches would come up to me and tell me to breathe, relax, and to keep going, and I'd get better. Every time I would mess up, one of them would come up to me and give me advice on how to improve for next round. Now I make really good scores and hardly miss a target. I can even pull back a bowstring. My point is, when I wanted to quit, I remembered what 4-H and my archery coaches have always taught me, to always keep going, just like they taught me. Now, thanks to 4-H, I live by that saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Secondly, 4-H gives youth the chance to see that they can make a difference and do have power in this world. 4-H has multiple clubs for youth to participate in based upon their interests. Many of these clubs allow youth to go out and impact their community. This shows them that even as kids, they have the power to change the world as we know it. For example, 4-H clubs in my community, such as Honor Club and Community Club, allow youth to go out and impact their community through service projects and activities. 4-H clubs show children the power of youth and insight into the volunteer workforce. But it does more than just simply that for our youth. 4-H also shows youth that they can achieve whatever they set their mind to and gives them free rein to express themselves. 4-Hers can choose from many project areas that will permit them to learn new skills and express themselves. 4-H lets kids see that they can do things they never dreamed or imagined was even possible. On top of all that, 4-H allows youth to form new friendships with other 4-Hers. Through 4-H clubs and projects, youth are given the opportunity to interact with other 4-Hers that they have never seen or talked to before. I, for one, have definitely experienced this part of 4-H. Through my participation in 4-H archery, public speaking, displays, demonstrations, and much more, I've had the opportunity to interact with other kids that I have never seen or talked to before in my life. These friendships have lasted me throughout my participation in 4-H over the years. Having a buddy to talk to certainly makes the event more fun and enjoyable. So no matter what club or project you are doing, be sure to talk to everyone there in attendance. I am positive this will make the event more fun and enjoyable for you and everyone there. To summarize, the impact 4-H has on our youth is essential for their lives. 4-H gives youth a chance to make the best better and to learn by doing and change their lives. These factors have a positive impact on their mindset and outlook for everyday life. By boosting their perseverance and courage, showing them the power of youth, giving them insight into the volunteer workforce, and by allowing them to make new friends, 4-H gives youth an experience and opportunity that no other program ever has, and probably never will. It has definitely helped me to come out of my shell and not be so shy and nervous around new people. I honestly don't know where I would be without 4-H today. So no matter what path you take in life, or what club or activity you choose to participate in, 4-H will help you and inspire you along the way to achieve your goal. Thank you.
Throughout our world's history, there have been thousands of vastly diverse leaders who have all been trailblazers in our society. From George Washington to Martin Luther King Jr., all great leaders have had one thing in common. They have a powerful dream of the future. Although many people have dreams that they wish would come true, Warren Bennett, a world-renowned expert on leadership, says that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. So, what really sets true leaders apart from the simple dreamers of our society? What skills drive them to change the known world and lead a common goal? And why is it so important to learn and master these skills as young individuals? Now, you may not understand why leadership is so important. I definitely didn't when I was younger, or even up until recently. But after being a representative in my elementary school student council, the vice president in middle school, to now, where I'm the vice president of my freshman student council and the president of Honor Club, I can tell you how truly impactful those leadership experiences are. Through these type of experiences, you can help learn the importance of volunteering and putting other people first. It helps you learn the significance of hard work and commitment, as well as collaboration. Even if you are unsure of whether you want to put yourself out there for a position like that, I urge you to take a leap and challenge yourself. You may be pleasantly surprised on how it impacts you and your future. The structure of everything in life is dependent on a good leader. The leader is the base of the company or family or any other type of organized group. If a strong leader is not present, the whole operation will collapse. To give an example, if a house does not have a strong foundation, it will tumble down. The role of the leader is vital to the survival and success of the operation, and to ensure that that leader is successful, they must first achieve a certain level of mastery in several specific skill areas. If you look at the foundation of the 4-H organization, you can see that the core ideals center around basic leadership skills. In the 4-H pledge, I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world. We can see how truly devoted 4-Hers are to serving those around them. In the 4-H program, there is a large variety of sections of events and camps that will help you better serve your community, such as leadership skills, as well as providing opportunities that are directly linked with leadership, such as the Southern Region Teen Leadership Conference, which was recently held in Crossville. They also provide events that help you with other skills that aren't necessarily linked to leadership, such as the speech contest, which obviously helps with your speaking abilities, as well as teaching you the importance of maintaining eye contact, and the demonstration contest, which combines the skills you obtain in the speech contest with presentation skills. By learning more about leadership, you can help foster your creativity, resilience, and ingenuity, which are qualities that will help you in all areas of life. Not only can effective leadership skills help you in work, but it can also help you in your personal life. Whether you're running a family or volunteering for a nonprofit organization, by having good leadership qualities, you are bringing serviceable skills to the table. Leadership skills are something that will help you in any profession that you choose. For example, I hope to one day be an entrepreneur. To run my own business, the skills that a proper and successful leader possess, such as effective speaking and communication skills, will be very impactful on my future company. Leadership skills don't only include presentation skills, speaking skills, and creativity, but they also help you better communicate with people. Harvey S. Firestone, the founder of the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company, once said that the growth and development of people is the highest calling of leadership. By being able to understand and be compassionate with those you work with, such as business associates or employees, you can help forge a relationship built off of mutual respect and care. By knowing how to effectively listen and form lasting bonds, you will be able to properly communicate with your associates, handle your affairs, and construct a successful business. So, you might be asking yourselves, I've developed all of these skills. Is that what really makes me a leader? John Quincy Adams once said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Leadership skills should not only be used with the intent to build a money-making company, but to connect with and raise up those around you. A truly influential leader challenges others to dream and achieve just as much as they do. By learning how to be resourceful, compassionate, and communicative through the comfort and support of your local 4-H family, you are setting yourself up for a very bright future. Through the 4-H program and the projects that they provide, an endless amount of opportunities is right at your fingertips. With so many chances to learn and grow, there is nothing to stop you from being just as successful as the brilliant leaders who came before you.
Most people in Tennessee love three things aside from their families: trucks, volunteers football, and Dolly Parton. Dolly has made herself an icon. Whether you first think of her style, her role in country music, or even Dollywood, we all know about Dolly. This much may be known, but there are some things about Dolly that are not as widely known. On January 19th, 1946, Dolly Rebecca Parton was born in Sevierville, Tennessee. Dolly was the fourth of 12 children, so think about this for a second. Dolly had 11 siblings. Most of us can't even stand to live with one or two. She may have grew up in poverty, but Dolly knew from an early age what she wanted. She wanted to sing. The children she went to school with made fun of her for her dreams. Can you imagine their surprise when Dolly's dreams came true? When Dolly originally arrived in Nashville, she was told that she would never be successful. A man named Porter Wagner invited Dolly to sing with him nonetheless. He deserves to be partially credited for the takeoff of Dolly's music career, which happened when she was 21. One of Dolly's earliest songs is also one of her most popular, Jolene. Later into her career, Dolly also starred in movies such as Steel Magnolias and 9 to 5. Dolly's music career is what I would personally say she is best known for, but there are some things that stick out more to me. Another thing people typically associate with Dolly, and rightfully so, is Dollywood. Dollywood is located in Dolly's own hometown of Sevierville, Tennessee, because Dolly wanted to do something to give back to the community that raised her. It was established in 1986 and has become very popular since. In fact, Dollywood is ranked among the top 10 theme parks in the United States, right alongside Universal Studios and multiple Disney parks. In case you were curious about the house Dolly grew up in with her mother, father, and 11 siblings, there is a replica on site at Dollywood. I personally love Dollywood and have so many amazing memories there. Still, there is one more thing that pops in my head when I think about Dolly Parton. Have any of you ever heard of or received books from Dolly Parton's Imagination Library? Chances are you probably have, but if you haven't, you're about to. Dolly's Imagination Library mails free, high-quality, age-appropriate books to children from birth to age 5. In 1995, when the program got its start, these books were only mailed to children in Sevier County, but the Imagination Library now spans 5 different countries. Now, I know you're probably thinking that this sounds like some sort of welfare program, but it actually isn't. Dolly's Imagination Library mails these books to children regardless of their family's financial status. In fact, some of my favorite books when I was younger were received from the Imagination Library. Isn't it inspiring to hear about how Dolly Parton went from living in poverty with 11 siblings in our very own state of Tennessee to being the influential woman she is today? I sure think it is. I mean, Dolly went from wearing her coat of many colors that her mama made for her to refusing the building of a statue in Nashville to honor her. Despite originally being told she would never be successful, Dolly's music career is what she is best known for. Dolly is also well known for Dollywood and her big hair, and it is likely that each and every one of us walked into this room today knowing as much, too. However, I hope you leave this room today knowing some of the less commonly known things about Dolly, such as details about her early life and her Imagination Library. Also, one last quick fact for you. Did you know that Dolly participated in 4-H throughout her childhood? Do you think 4-H helped shape Dolly into the woman she is today? That's a question for you to ponder on your own. For now, though, go Vols go, and long live Dolly Parton.
Have you ever drank a red drink or eaten a cupcake with bright red frosting and wondered why you feel hyper? Red 40 dye makes you feel this way. What is Red 40? Red 40 is made from petroleum, which is found in gasoline. It is approved here in the U.S. by the Food and Drug Administration for use in foods and drinks. It also contains a cancer-causing substance. It is found in numerous foods, most commonly foods that we enjoy. So why is avoiding Red 40 important to me? I was diagnosed with ADHD in the 1st grade. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. I have trouble paying attention and controlling my impulsive behaviors. One successful way I manage my ADHD is by avoiding Red 40 dye in my diet. So how do I avoid Red 40? It's simple. I read food labels. I look for anything that contains the word red in the food label. Foods that commonly contain red dye are cakes, cereals, drinks, chips, and candy. I also read labels of soaps and slime because they contain Red 40 too. I started small. I began cutting off food with red dye for a week or 2. Then my mom and I reflected on the positive changes and improvements in my behavior. Red 40 dye substitutions are easy. Beet juice, carrot juice, and strawberry puree are some alternatives I find in reading food labels. Some of my favorite alternatives are Prime, Sun Chips, Dunkin' Donuts, and making homemade desserts with my mom. Is eating foods that dies hard and do I cheat sometimes? Yes, I do. But guess what? I always know when I do because it makes me feel jittery and I get in trouble more when I eat foods that die. Until the U.S. decides to join countries like the United Kingdom to ban Red 40, I will need to make the change by avoiding Red 40 dye in my diet. This small change makes a big difference in my behavior and my health. I encourage you to make the change by avoiding red dye too. In the words of my mom, because we know better, we do better.
According to the famous author Henry James, there are 3 things in human life that are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And you guessed it, the third is to be kind. There are a few things I, a 9-year-old, could do to change the world, but one thing I can do is to be kind. Be kind to my family, friends, and even total strangers. Many times as children we can get hateful and not to be helpful with our families. I, myself, would definitely say I'm guilty of that. Cleaning my room and keeping my things organized is definitely not a favorite chore of mine. And if I'm honest, I'm not very good at it either. It causes a lot of arguments between me and my mom. I'm really going to try to be better at this and making sure my words are kind. After all, my mom does plenty of things I'm sure she doesn't enjoy. She even cleans the toilets. Who would enjoy that? Over the past few years, I've noticed that many of my friends and even myself get our feelings hurt at times by simple words that others choose to say. Through this, I've realized how important our words are because you never know what others are going through or when they just need someone to be kind. So be careful with what words you say. Keep them short and sweet because you never know what words you will have to eat. My idol and famous 4-H'er, Miss Dolly Parton, is a great influence for the pledge during 4-H. We pledge our hands to greater service. When it comes to being kind to old strangers, she is the woman to look up to. She has so many outreach programs, including one I'm sure many of you have been touched by, the Imagination Library, where she sends books in the mail from children from birth to 5. My baby sister is part of this program. I love to see the smile on her face when she gets her book in the mail. Reminds someone we have never met before, but has a great heart to help spread kindness around the world. Even though we may not be able to spend this big, we can give a simple smile to brighten someone's day. In conclusion, we can spread kindness even in small ways to our family, friends, and even total strangers.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women really players. They have their exits and their entrances. One man in his time plays many parts. A quote by William Shakespeare. I have many hobbies, 2 of which go hand in hand, 4-H and beauty pageants, where I have learned to never give up no matter how tough things get or how challenging they become. I have a long background in both hobbies, where I've enjoyed learning life skills and made many new friends while volunteering for my community. I've been doing pageants since I was 18 months old. Some people may think that pageants are just beauty contests, but there's much more to pageants than you might think. You have to learn and practice your placement on stage, how to walk, smile, and be confident in front of a large crowd. Kind of like giving a 4-H speech. Sounds easy, right? I have learned to have fun and not always worry about what everyone thinks, but how I alone performed and learned what I could have done better. Pageants and 4-H both teach you about sportsmanship through competition, how to win and lose gracefully. Winning is the easy part. I know it makes me feel like I've accomplished something. Losing is more difficult, but has taught me to try and learn from my mistakes. Also, and most importantly, respect. Being respectful to your opponents and treating people the way you would like to be treated is a must. Clapping after someone's demonstration, beauty walk, or even a simple smile can help set someone at ease and calm their nerves. Because we all get nervous from time to time. And lastly, volunteering. It boosts self-confidence and self-esteem. It provides assistance for nonprofit organizations. Plus, it looks good on college or job applications. But mostly, it helps others and makes you feel good about yourself. Through 4-H, I have volunteered my time cleaning for the Upper Cumberland Foster Closet, planted trees all throughout Overton County, and I even got to help seat VIPs at our very own Governor Bill Lee's inauguration. Through Pages with a Purpose, I have collected and donated many items to the Genesis House, local animal shelters, and Toys for Tots. But the best part of it all is making many new friends while catching up with old ones. In conclusion, I hope I have shown you to be a true beauty queen, it takes more than just a pretty face or a beautiful crown, but rather a sense of self-worth, determination, and respect. To help your community by giving back or paying it forward through volunteering or humanitarian donations. To uplift and respect your peers. To pledge your head, heart, hands, and health to a larger service. I ask you, what role will you play in your community?
Do you like baseball? Do you like 4-H? Let me tell you a few reasons why I like them both and why two of America's pastimes go hand in hand. Hi, I'm Cole McBride, and I'll be talking about why I like baseball and 4-H. The 3 reasons why I like baseball and 4-H is that they are fun, competitive, and have a place for everyone. Who does not like having fun? I already told you I think baseball and 4-H are fun, but here's why. In baseball, you get to travel to new places for games, make new friends, as well as be outside. 4-H is fun because you can travel to new competitions, make friends, and be outside all at the same time. Both allow you to spend time doing what you love with people you enjoy. Competition can be a good thing. Baseball challenges you to be your best, show off your hard work, and that it is okay to lose, as it shows how to improve and what to practice next time. 4-H can be just as competitive as baseball. You challenge yourself by trying new contests and activities. You have to study and practice hard for your contest. When you don't win a contest, it shows what needs improvement. They equally offer a chance to showcase your talents while teaching you how to power through adversity and failure. Baseball and 4-H is for everyone. There are different leagues for different abilities, like playing in the playground, travel ball, and leagues for people of all needs. You can play various positions based on what you enjoy. If you like running, you can be a pitcher. You can be an outfielder. If you like throwing, you can be a pitcher. You can just be a fan of the sport and support your local team. In 4-H, there are different contests for different people and what they enjoy. If you enjoy cooking, there's a baking contest. If you enjoy animals, you can show or exhibit them. Even if you are not in 4-H as a student, you can donate to your local club and volunteer your time and skills to help students like me. Baseball and 4-H are 2 activities that go hand in hand. They are both fun to participate in, give you an avenue to be competitive, and provide a place for everyone to enjoy. Whether you participate or are just a fan, I hope you learn to support your local 4-H club and your local baseball teams.
4-H is an organization that provides youth development programs and activities aimed at fostering personal growth and leadership skills. 4-H has helped me to identify my personal strengths in a numerous amount of ways. In 4-H, you pledge your head to clearer thinking, your heart to greater loyalty, your hands to larger service, your health to better living, for your club, community, country, and your whole world. I do these things in my everyday life. These are just a few of the ways that 4-H has helped me to identify my personal strengths, but there is a numerous amount of ways that 4-H can also help you to identify yours as well. To start off, this past spring, I partook in going to 4-H Congress, where I had the time of my life. This truly was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I would not trade for the world. Here, I learned a personal strength of my very own, and that was my social intelligence. We had a debate in the Tennessee State Capitol where the 4-H governor and senators would give us a list of scenarios, and the 4-Hers of Tennessee would have to debate on the situation, and we had to be assertive on what we thought was right. This revealed my social intelligence because I saw myself being assertive to what I thought was right. And not to boast or anything, but I'd say I was pretty good at this, because I'm a fighter for what I believe in, and I don't back down until you're on my side about a situation. I'd say I relate to my dad in this sense. Secondly, growing up in public speaking for 4-H has helped me to boost my confidence tremendously. As my father would say, don't she already have a big enough ego? Anyway, public speaking demands a certain amount of self-assurance and confidence. It requires individuals to step outside of their comfort zones, face their fears, and share their ideas or messages with an audience. It takes a whole lot of strength to believe in oneself, and project that belief to others. It has boosted my confidence because standing up in front of multiple judges where they are all staring at you is totally nerve-wracking. And if anyone gets that, it's me. I've been to the Heidelberg's Pavilion, Cumberland University, and many more amazing places just to give a 4-H speech. And if you don't think I was nervous, you have me misunderstood. All of my personal strengths I have stated in this speech are tied in with this one the most.
and that is my adventurous side. From participating in competitions, making lots of friends, attending 4-H Congress, and so many more opportunities where I got to reveal my venturesome side. When I went to 4-H Congress, I had made so many friends with the rooming situation, the petting zoo, visiting the Tennessee State Capitol, the 4-H Ball and Banquet, and so many more amazing opportunities. It had helped me to branch out and become more adventurous. I met so many different people from all parts and different parts of Tennessee. I got to hear all about where they were from, and this was really exciting to me because I love to listen to what others have to say. It also helped me to branch out and become more adventurous. To conclude, these are the personal strengths that have been revealed the most with 4-H, from being more socially intelligent, boosting my confidence, and becoming more adventurous. Through my involvement in 4-H, I had the opportunity to engage in diverse activities that allowed my strengths to shine. Reflect on my experiences, seek feedback from others, and I will continue to explore and develop my strengths as I progress in my 4-H journey and beyond, as can you.
Why is agriculture so important? To understand why agriculture is so important, we have to ask ourselves, what is agriculture? I would define it as the growing of crops and livestock for food and materials. Today, I ask you to think about how much our daily lives are impacted by agriculture. This will allow you to appreciate and realize the importance of it. When you stop and think about it, agriculture has a very important place in life for all of us. This importance has started before I even open my eyes in the morning. The bed, pillows, sheets, and pajamas that I sleep on are all made by cotton and wool harvested through agriculture. The materials in the clothes I wear and the breakfast I eat all started with a farmer. Each day I begin my morning off to a good start that can be traced back to the food and materials provided by the agricultural industry. As I travel to school, there's agriculture being practiced that maybe I didn't pay attention to. The hay fields that will become feed for animals, the soybean fields that are currently sown in cover crops, the beehives in my neighbor's backyard, and let's not forget all the cows, goats, and chickens that I see. As the school day continues, I sit down to enjoy lunch that is made possible by agriculture. And let's not forget the family supper we have each evening around the dinner table. It is easy just to think about the food and materials it provides, but I have quickly learned of the economic impact agriculture provides. According to USDA.gov, it gives jobs to 21.1 million people in the United States and provides $1.2 trillion to the economy. Many families in this era depend on the agriculture they have raised to support their families. In conclusion, agriculture is very important because it provides food and money that allows us to live. Without agriculture, our grocery stores, restaurants, and cabinets at home would be without food. The materials we need, such as cotton and lumber, would not be easily available, and the beauty that agriculture provides would not be seen. For this reason, let me thank God for farmers and agriculture.
The balls run out. The crowd goes wild. And here comes Smokey. Smokey is the University of Tennessee's mascot in Knoxville, Tennessee. Smokey is a blue-tick coon hound dog, which looks very similar to a hound dog. In 1953, UT's Pep Club held a contest to select a hound dog to be the first live mascot for the Volunteers. But there was one stipulation for the job. They said, it can't be no ordinary hound dog. It has to be a real hound dog in the best sense of the word. At the contest, Reverend Bill Brooks entered his blue-tick coon hound dog named Brooks Blue Smokey. At the halftime of the Mississippi State game, all the dogs lined up on the sidelines of the football field. When Brooks' name was called, he began to howl and jump around. And of course, the students loved it. And the more they cheered, the more he howled. And that's how Brooks Blue Smokey quickly became the Volunteers' first live mascot. Since 1953, there has been a few bloopers. In 1955, a few Kentucky students dog-napped Smokey and kept him for 8 days. During those 8 days, they dressed him in all blue and white and took him to the Kentucky pep rally. But shortly after those 8 days, he was returned safely. In 1957, Smokey and the Baylor Bear from Baylor University got into a little tussle. Yes, the live bear. In 2006, Smokey supposedly bit an Alabama player, Mike McCoy, but UT claims that Mike McCoy landed on him and Smokey's bite didn't even break the skin. In 2008, Smokey was officially inducted into the Mascot Hall of Fame. In 2019, blue-tick coonhounds became the #1 dog breed in Tennessee. Smokey 10 just retired, and Smokey 11, his son, has just taken his place to be the live mascot for the Volunteers. Since 1953, there has been 10 different Smokies, but nothing has changed. They have all been on the sidelines wagging their tail to cheer on the volunteers. Their blood has obviously ran orange. All the way from the original Smoky, all the way to the present Smoky, Smoky will always be a volunteer's best friend. Thank you.
Joseph Addison once said, "Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body." What he is saying by this is that reading is good for you and it helps you intellectually. But it does not only help you academically, it also helps you with reducing stress and helps you empathize with others. Before I show you how books can help you, I want to tell you a little bit about them. For some people it is hard to get into reading, and I know it is, but you just have to find what kind of book interests you. Like when I was younger, I hated reading. But one day I went into a library in the 4th grade and checked out the first book of a series, not knowing I found one of my favorite series of all time and that I still love it today. You just have to figure out what genre you like. My personal favorite is fantasy. Reading is very beneficial for brain health. It also helps improve your vocabulary and your memory. Basmo.com says, without a doubt, reading books has a beneficial effect on vocabulary. Studies have shown time and time again that reading books to improve vocabulary generally has a positive outcome. Not only does reading help with vocabulary, it also helps reduce stress. University of Minnesota says, simply by opening a book, you allow yourself to be invited into a literary world that distracts you from your daily stressors. Reading can even relax your body by lowering your heart rate and easing the tension in your muscles. Since it helps you calm down, books are great to read before bed. Also, reading helps you empathize with others. What I mean by this is that reading helps you better understand someone. Reading stories is a great way to see the world through the consciousness of others as they see and feel about their own viewpoint and core beliefs, says The Telescope by Palomar College. Reading is educational, calming, and understanding. There's so many different books in the world, tons that will spark an interest if you just give them a try. Would you pick up a book and try it out today?
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is a chronic hyperactivity and impulsive disorder. Its symptoms can vary amongst each individual. I was diagnosed in the 3rd grade. During the beginning of my diagnosis, it was difficult to see what methods were going to help me. I was met with ridicule from some students who outwardly asked me if I had taken my medicine that day. It's easier to see my symptoms displayed on the outside, but not so much for what it feels like for me and others with this disorder on the inside. It begins from the moment I wake up. Something as simple as choosing an outfit for the day can be tricky. It's not just what looks good, but how the fabric feels. Sensory difficulties are also very common with ADHD individuals. Keeping myself on task is easier if I have a clear plan in front of me. Choose outfit, brush teeth, brush hair, socks, shoes, and then medicine. My list helps me stay on task and focused in the mornings. But it's not just staying on task though. It's learning to balance myself in school and social settings and life in general. Impulse control is hard because if I feel awkward in my brain, it compensates with random talking. The desire to feel normal and accepted sometimes displays in irrational moments. I have been pretty fortunate to have some amazing teachers who have met me in those moments and gave me tools or items to work through the excess of energy. My love for basketball is another outlet for my ADHD. The fast pace allows me to free my mind while also teaching me to focus my mind into the game. There are moments in school where my mind slips. However, it's not by choice. For those with ADHD, we don't focus easily in on one thing. We can hear every movement, shuffle, a clock ticking, someone whisper, or a sigh. It sounds funny to talk about, but it can be a daily struggle. I have big dreams and wants for my life. I know it won't be easy, and my ADHD will pose difficulties along the way. But with a good support system at home and in life, those of us with this disorder can meet our goals. ADHD is a diagnosis, but not a stamp on ability. We think different, we learn different, but we are capable. I'm capable.
Imagine this, an orchestra, everyone working together in a musical harmony. The flutes with their delicate sound and the low winds with their hypnotic hum. Although they are so different, these instruments work together to make everything sound just right. Kind of like 4-H, where we are all so different with so many unique talents. We all bring something to the table. When we all come together, we can make a huge impact on our community. Music has had a very big impact on my life. I never thought something so diverse would mean so much to me. This is because it is so unique in the way you can take pieces of metal, string, and sound and make something beautiful. Music is like a gateway that anyone can learn and make something great out of it. Through music, you can express yourself in so many different ways, just like 4-H. Because of my compassion for the fine arts, I have decided to pursue my music education. This way, I can teach future musicians. My goal is to express my passion as a musician, as a band director, to teach children and give them the safe space music has given me. Music gives them something they can relate to. It can even give them a sense of pride. And I am confident that I can bring music into their lives. Now I'm sure you're wondering, how does 4-H prepare me for this next chapter of my life? Well, I'll say this, 4-H has taught me kindness, strength, loyalty, and a bit of confidence. We pledge our heads to greater thinking, like problem solving. This meaning I will do my very best to make music easy and fun to learn in my class. We pledge our hearts to greater loyalty, and I have never met anyone more loyal than my friends and my mentors that I have gained through 4-H. I only hope my students will see me as a caring mentor as I have had. We pledge our hands to greater service, like volunteer work. I would like to encourage my students to volunteer. This way they can see how much of an impact they can have on their community. We pledge our health to better living. This means the well-being of my students will always come first, whether that is rest, water, and snack breaks during practices, or just the basics of mental health. No matter what, I will always be there for what my students need, because 4-H has made me a confident leader. Thank you.